Okay, so this road is water as far up as I can see past these little hills. This is soft here. I can tell you right now, I'd have to drive way up into that field because there's standing water there. There's water here. Yeah, it looks solid, but I guarantee I put the bike on that, it's just going to sink right in. There is nothing for me to attach my recovery anchor to. There's no rocks to put in the recovery anchor to bury it with to use. And that's just a no-go. That's mud all the way down. So, this looks like a go back. Try another way. I think what I am going to do, go back, go up to Agar, over to 83, and then down to Oneida is what I'm going to do. That was higher than I thought it was. Yeah, it's pretty dry. Oh, that is a lot more pronounced than it used to be. Front wheel is off the ground. I could probably make it through the trees back here, but saddlebags, I don't know. Should have took my backrest off and left it by the entrance. Skid plate. before I take the lip off of too many of these jumps, I'm just gonna go back out. $2,131 miles for the trip. Okay, so I had a couple problems with this thing. You just saw the first one. So what happened there was, and real quick, I know I was yelling, ride the bike, ride the bike, ride the bike. That's a presence of mind thing. You have to train yourself to think that way. You can't go, oh, an emergency. What am I supposed to do? It has to be reflex to do something like that. So when I pull up to a stop, I'm making sure no one's coming up behind me. If they are, I'm aimed off to the side so I can shoot out of the way so I don't get smashed between cars. Always looking for an escape route when people are coming up to a road or turning or whatever. I always assume they're going to pull out in front of me and kill me or smash into me or something. That's how you stay alive on the road. Target fixation is a big one too. If I would have just looked at the ditch where I was headed and gone, yep, here comes a ditch, and stayed focused on the ditch, you're going to go exactly where you're looking. So I was looking around the curve, telling myself, ride the bike, ride the bike. You keep riding it until it decides, nope, no more. If you can slow it down at all, you're going to come out better. If you can, try and keep it on the road, anything to improve your situation while you can. Do not just layer down and bail. So what caused that was this front tire losing air. With a front tire going low on a bike, you'll notice the steering's heavy. It might wander a little bit. When I went into that turn, I gave it steering input, nothing happened. I gave it more steering input, and nothing happened. The reason I got around that turn was the back end kept sliding out, and I was like power sliding almost back onto the road. That's why I got around that corner. That and tons and tons of practice with that ride the bike, no target fixation mindset. So I saved that clip, but I forgot to save the clip of me trying to fix this front tire. I pumped it back up with air. I couldn't hear it hissing or anything. Rode it 50 miles into town. It sat overnight at the hotel, flat again. So I got a bottle with water and soap from the hotel, and I was pouring it over here as I filled it up, trying to figure out where it was leaking. I thought, is it the bead? I don't see anything wrong with the tread. This just happened to be in the right spot. I saw a bubble coming out of it, took the cap off, bubbles got bigger. Valve stem's bad. And then I think, oh no, it's coming from the inside. The valve core is bad. So something I haven't done that I'm going to start doing is every other tire or every single tire putting a valve core in it. I actually had a valve core in the toolkit I keep on the bike, but that's what it looks like. It's that little silver guy there with a red band on it. You can use a tool like this to take those out. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, just like anything else. But yeah, you should put those on, put new ones in when you get tires, if not a whole new valve stem and the core. So that's what caused that. The other issue I had was bike was running a little hot, and your immediate thought is, well, a water-cooled bike, I'm out of water, which I was. But the real problem that was causing it to run a little bit hotter than normal, see that radiator? A bunch of dirt in it. So maybe 20% of my radiator is completely blocked off and not cooling. I didn't fix that because it didn't occur to me, because sometimes things just don't. I looked at the coolant reservoir and it was low. By the way, that's where you fill it. Hard to get to. So here's the coolant reservoir right there. Low mark, high mark. Oh, high mark. Idiot, focus. It's really hard to see where the level is in it because it gets all the chain lube and dirt and mud and crap on it. But it was on the low mark. And then the clip you've been watching is me sharing my water with the bike. It's bad to put regular water in any engine because it's got minerals and it's not deionized and it can cause corrosion. But I rode it like 300 miles and I had to fill it again. I rode it 1,000 miles after that and it hasn't used any water. I think it's just from when I did the valve clearance on this. I didn't get all the air out of the system. But I got home, I flushed coolant through the system after I drained the reservoir of that regular water. So it's got coolant flush through it. It's regular, good strength coolant now. I checked it for freeze temperature and everything. It's all good to go. I just got to clear the mud out of that radiator before I take off on my next trip. But those are the issues I had. So I got to get this thing cleaned up because I've got work tomorrow, the kids Saturday and Sunday, and then on Monday at noon I'm leaving for a 1,000-mile ride. It's Monday afternoon to Tuesday night. So I need to thrash and get this thing cleaned up so I can actually see through the windshield. Look at that bug glisten. And then clean the radiator out. And then I don't know, I'm probably going to go through 2 more tires this year because that TKC 70 Rocks tire is not lasting. I've got 5,000 miles worth of rides left. This is going to make it maybe the next 3. I doubt it because I got that 1,000-mile ride coming up, and then 2 weeks later I got a 2,000-mile ride. I think I'm going to have to change it before that. But anyway, that's what I did over the last 4 days. Thanks for watching. Check out the full playlist.